Hi, I'm Mark Cleghorn. Welcome back to part 2 of our In the Studio with the new Elinchrom ONE light. We're photographing with Kelsey and a bit of a kind of a Love Island influencer kind of style of images. In the first part, we looked at using the Elinchrom ONE more like a speed light, so in other words, the TTL technology and how good it is and basically how it's going to perform on first use. These only arrived with me on Monday. I've not shot with them at all and we're live making film with us. That's the true kind of honesty of what I try and do with the Academy, so you know what works and what doesn't work. In this session though, we're looking at using and integrating the two new Elinchrom ONEs, as it were, within a kind of a 3-light setup. So I've brought in a D-Lite ONE, which is basically the light that these new Elinchrom ONEs are superseding now. So the Elinchrom D-Lite ONEs were basically just a studio flash. In other words, they need mains power. Whereas the Elinchrom ONEs, of course, need mains power to get charged. Yeah, don't we all? But then basically they can be unplugged and used in a portable way. So in the part 1, we looked at it as far as a TTL is concerned. In this mode, we're going to be looking at how we use it in basically linking in manual flash in a normal way and things really. The only big change to many things, in addition to using the Elinchrom ONEs in speedlight mode, I had to basically use my EL Skyport Plus, okay? That's this business trigger. Whereas in the normal studio flash world, when I don't need all the technology for speedlight, kind of TTL in here, basically I can just use a normal Elinchrom trigger. So if you're wondering why we're using the EL Skyport instead of the normal Skyport, is because this one allows me to use studio flash, this one allows me to use studio flash, but this one allows me to use TTL, okay? So that's why you're seeing that in all these films. Okie doke, so what have I done? I've basically now put some quick gel onto the background, just kind of getting ready. I've turned the Elinchrom Skyport Plus now into a manual flash. So in other words, they're turned off the TTL. Let's go ahead and basically create a big pink wash light. So if you missed part 1, if I just take that off for a minute, yeah? If I use part 1 here and we just quickly go back into a speedlight mode, all right, just so in case you missed it. Kelsey, you're back. Do you want to jump on set for me, please? I'm just going to turn my back into the TTL mode, and basically I'm just going to shoot with group 1. And I'm basically needing to about 2 stops on that one. Let's have a little look. Shooting at 2.8. Come up to me, please, darling, just a little bit. Oh, there's a little white tie skirt there. Do you want to pop that on for me as well? Brandon, have you shown her where it is? If you can just pop that on, please. So we're using a kind of a quick big wall softbox here. This can also be with 2 white flats. We could also use this to illuminate one on each side. We could illuminate a big color to kind of get the uniform kind of color going across and things really. Let's, that's great, Kels. Let's turn the body just to here, just to touch me. Come up to me a little bit more, please, darling. A little bit more. There we go. Okay, so we're in TTL mode, which means that basically the Elinchrom ONE is doing all the work in exposure. So that is the first shot out of the can now, where we're using this kind of big light and everything else with it. Darling, if you come up to me a little bit more. Now what it does, let's kind of just lean into me just a little bit more. Happier, that's gorgeous there. Cover over the boobs a little bit with us, gorgeous, that's very cool. And again for me, come up to me a little bit more, and again, got more. Just leaning in here, turn the head this way a touch more. It's beautiful. And again for me, darling. Keep it. Okay, so what the TTL is doing, it's basically looking at the scene and basically giving me good analysis over the whole image. If I switch the other light on as well, so in other words, I switch the group on, and basically group 4 comes on. There we go. And we just give a little bit of flash on that one. And let's move back into groups. There we go. Okay, so Same thing again. Let's just do a quick test. Turn the head this way a little bit more. Great. So I've got both of those lights kind of pop in. So a white light, now we've got that little bit of cyan. Now you can see that cyan is beginning to give us that little bit of color fill. Let's add a little bit more light onto that again. Sorry, Brandon, I know we're supposed to go straight into manual flash, but I think this is worth doing. Let's just pull that up by 2/3 of a stop. Press OK and go back to group again. And let's do it again, please, darling. Okay, it's gorgeous. Quick test. Always want to see what that first image is like before we do anything else. That's lovely. So now you can see how we're kind of adding that blue cyany kind of look and feel. That's gorgeous. Straight up to me. That's great. And again, one more. Go to the back of the background and you're going to walk towards me, please, Kels. Try and just do a bit of a swooshy kind of thing as you go in. Don't look at camera at all. You can look either side. Big kind of expression. Just do about a 6-inch step each time that you're doing it, yeah? But don't look at me at all. Ready? Let's go, go, go. Happier. And again, done. It's lovely. Keep it, stop, and go back again. Let's do the close-up. Stay there and do it now. Go, go, go. Happier. Stop looking at me. That's lovely. Looking away. Straight at me now. It's lovely. Okay, so when we're seeing the Elinchrom ONE do its job, we're really not missing that kind of exposure. Obviously, when we're working in TTL mode, we can kind of start to actually push that lighting power up or more or less, which, you know, whichever you need and things really. But this film is really about manual flash. Okay, so let's get into that straight away. So in this case, I'm going to turn my EL Skyport Plus here from TTL mode into manual. And then basically if I take the same exposure, the same shot, okay, with pretty much no light set up, we're going to get an image, but there's no guarantee we're going to get perfect exposure or whatever it would be. Okay, why? Basically this is my test shot beforehand, so I know it's going to be pretty good. However, if you noticed before though, we had the kind of the pink light running when we kind of went into the shot. So let me just pop this back on. So even though you're seeing a really good exposure there, realistically this image was basically going to start its life with the pink gel running. Okay, let's have a little look. Kels, can you quote to me again? That's lovely, it's there, whoa, whoa, whoa. Great. So at this stage, if she looks at me, there is basically no light actually on the face at all, but it's given us a kind of a sexy light no matter what, yeah? So if, Kelsey, if you're looking upwards or off towards the backlight, whatever it is, but don't look at me, please, yeah? Okay, that's lovely. Look away to the right-hand side more. Lower the chin more, darling. Lower the chin more, more, more. That's gorgeous there. Keep it. Let me just change focus point. Straight at me again, darling, now. That's lovely. And just look, just off. There you go. It's beautiful. Turn the body that way a touch more. That's more, 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 more. That's lovely. Just look up a little bit higher. And again for me, darling. Keep it. Great. Brand, you got my plastic glass there a minute? So the good news about when we're working with backlight, coloured light, thanks bud, I can kind of just pop on the plastic glass and basically allow it to kind of really blur out more. Can I just see those images, Brandon? Sorry. That's it. So you can see that kind of hazy blur already. Like anything, if I want more light actually coming onto the face, I've got to do one of two things. Either give it more power or allow it to actually hit the subject in the way that we want. As a rule, I want more drama still. So I'm just going to twist that so it still comes back towards camera position. And Kels, we're going to just look up that way a little bit, but I'm going not as much, darling. That's gorgeous there. Let's do it. Keep it. Turn the body that way a touch more. Good. Plastic glasses on the front to blur it. Quick test. Let's have a little look. It's gorgeous. Love it. Okay, so let's do some shots. Have a little bit of a spinny spin. Kind of go for it. Just swoosh the... That's lovely. And again, darling, go, go, go. Looking down to the floor, giggling away to yourself. Turn around fully, 360. Go, 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 go. Go, that's lovely. As you'll do it, though, I'll switch my focus off, so at least I can shoot. Go, 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 go. Excellent, thanks. Relax, babe. So yeah, really nice kind of mixing in of the lights together. What's the main thing? The first thing that we're demonstrating is how the D-Lite can also shoot with the newer technology. To be fair, the D-Lite ONE, which is this light here, I'm sure if you can get a focus up close on this one, Brand. You see me shoot with this huge amount, especially with boudoir photography. That is pretty much the oldest Elinchrom light I now own, whereas basically the Elinchrom ONE, by the way, sorry about sticking gaffer tape already on your brand new lights, Elinchrom, but this is the newest technology that we have in the studio. But as I said to you, this is going back tonight or tomorrow morning anyway. The key thing is wire here, no wire here. TTL here, no TTL here. Minimum power, if we look onto the back of the actual Elinchrom ONE, you can see we can get this down. I'm not sure how close you can see that, Brandon, but I can get this down in power to 0.1. So in Elinchrom land, and just get rid of that bit of gel. In Elinchrom land, this means kind of we're on, and there's a blip of flash coming out from it. Whereas in the same way, as he takes that one off the stand, this can get down to 0.1 as well, okay? The difference being, this is touch screen, yes, and these are actually all button LED. So as far as the technology is concerned, when I first saw the D-Lite ONE launched many moons ago, absolutely fell in love with it because of its minimal power usage. Whereas today, of course, we're looking at more technology being able to actually come into the studio and basically maximize on what we can achieve with kind of little thought about what flashes and camera are going to be doing. The main thing, really, if you're getting going with flash today, obviously, if you turn the flash into an automatic mode, it'll either work fantastic or it's going to be a little bit frustrating for you, whether it's a speed light or, in fact, a studio flash. At some stage, I'll obviously encourage you to actually learn the manual skills with flash, but the whole point is being creative. And when we start to learn the rules, it's very hard for us to unlearn the rules. So when you're getting going with any form of technique and technology, you need to actually understand how the technology works and then how to break it. And then obviously you can become a more creative photographer in pretty much all of the shoots that you do. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye-bye.